Hello everybody, it's Christine. Time for a design team layout for the scrap room. One of my favorite things to do, I'm not going to lie, because I get an early sneak peek of the collections and the challenges. And our challenge I've signed up for is the Freaky Fast formula. Well, Freaky Fast Friday formula. It's a lot of F's in here. And my last video, I don't know what order they're going to go up in. I could barely talk, y'all. I don't know. I was having some kind of tongue twisting thing going on. But anyway, so what you do is you get a 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper or cardstock, and you use this formula, and you cut them, and then you kind of organize them the way you like them into your design. And this one has 3 4x6s, one inch by 11 inch, and then a 9-inch circle. And what I've chosen to use is the Legendary collection by Paige Evans with Pink Fresh. And again, this is the second time, I'm going to be honest and tell you guys, I've also bought the full collection. The scrap room, I will warn you, in the best possible way, is an enabler. So you get 3 pieces of pattern paper, and then you get 2 pieces of cardstock, and then you get a little bits of embellishments. You just get like a sampling of the collection. But if you love the collection, well, then you can go buy more. She does also have a pattern paper add-on and an embellishment add-on. So I'll show you that real quick. The pattern paper add-on, you get, well, for each of the 4 collections, you get 2 additional pieces of pattern paper. So it's 8 more pieces of paper. And so I got these 2 here. And then I did get the embellishment add-on, which also gives you another batch of embellishment. So in this one, I got the little, they're like little stickers. They're little, I don't know what this is made out of. I want to call them cardstock because they're kind of thin, but they're also, sometimes they're kind of fabric-y feeling. They're not fabric, but anyway, I got the stickers. So this is the basic one, though. This is your flavors of the month. And I'm going to be brutally honest and transparent. It says a 9-inch circle. You could probably cut that with an electronic cutter. I have one. I don't want to try to figure it out today. So I do have this Creative Memories cutter. And if I use my little red blade to the inside, it's actually 8 3/4. So I'm going to cheat just a tad and use 8 3/4. And I think I'm going to do it with this piece here, where this is all kind of coming to the center. I'm going to cut it from here, so it's going to be a little off center, but I think that could be so neat. And then the 4x6s, I think this is so fun, you guys. Oh my gosh, could you imagine these pieces here with just a little square photo? You could do the whole layout on this sheet here, or you could cut them out. Oh my gosh, this could be so cute. You could tuck them into little tags or like make little tags or pockets, you know, because you could snip through this and put ribbons or something. So much to do with this. And I measured this because I was kind of hoping one of these would be a 4x6, but it's a tad small. It's like 3.5 by 5 1/4. So it's not really a 4x6. So I was a little bit sad. So I think I'm going to flip it over and do my 4x6s out of this. And then I guess my 1 inch by 11 inches out of this one. I won't be able to get a full little thing here, obviously, but if I cut one of these, I can save, you know, the other pieces. All right. And then maybe I will, I'll probably put it on the white cardstock. And then, you know what? Maybe I will use one of these to frame it. We'll just see. I'll see about it. I don't know. Okay. Oh, and then the embellishments. I'll have to get into those. There's little titles and stuff. That's cute. I don't know what pictures yet. I have not pulled out any pictures because I kind of wanted to see what I ended up with before I picked pictures. And with 3 4x6s, there's a couple of options. And I'll show you those. So let me get my cutting of my circle done. And then I'll be back on in just a second. I'll cut the rest of it. Okay, we have we're going to collect 9-ish inch circle just because I don't have a 9-inch circle cutter unless I go do something electronic, which I don't wish to do. So that's our circle, but we're going to pretend it's 9 inches because that's what it is. So we're going to cut this into 3 4x6s, right? And so that's a 4 inch, and then we got 2 6 inches here. And then we'll do one more. I'm going to just go ahead and a 6 incher. Okay. Where's our 3? Well, yeah, 3 4x6s. I looked at that because I thought, could I cut my 1 inch by 11 out of that? Because that would be nice, but that's going to look a little weird. I say that. Yeah, I think that'd be too weird. I don't want to do that. So we'll come back over here and cut an 11 incher. No, a 1 incher. This is a 1 incher. And you guys, I've met Paige Evans twice now at some events, and she's the sweetest lady. Like, so sweet. I just always, she's so just very pleasant, and was so sweet to like do the whole selfie thing, and just really sweet. I like her a lot. Vicky was sweet. I mean, actually, everybody I've met has been so sweet. Okay, so that's our stuff, right? So now let's get our cardstock here. I'm imagining it something like this. And I'm almost kind of coming like this. And then, because what if my title, I'm almost calling my title here. And let me see if this is going to work though. If not, I'll rotate this thing because I'm imagining, I can't do 3 4x6s there. Okay, this is what I meant though about, I could definitely like double mat it like this. You see? And then something even, if we rotate this, it can be, you know, like that. I mean, I lose a little something though, so let me see just a second. Or if I come up over here, I mean, it's very geometric, right? Which is kind of fun. And then of course my photos can fit on there. That's kind of what I'm imagining. What if let me see what I've got in my embellishments here. See what we can build, y'all. I mean, again, you could totally, the only reason I'm struggling a little bit is I really want this circle. What if I do something like this? Let's bring this on top. And then I want to show that. I really do. That's why I'm having trouble here. I mean, I didn't hate this. Well, let's see. Every day holds a little wonder. Let your curiosity be your compass. That's really cute. Next level content. Oh, y'all, I could totally have like a cat picture. That could be cute hanging off of there. It's these big old pieces here I'm having trouble with. Let's see. Legendary moments. Oh, that's cute. Doing my best. Okay. I love this collection. What if we do something like this? And again, I kind of want to like, I want to shrink this a tad. And then I kind of have this cool, this could go here. Little joys, big memories could go on there. That's cute. And I'm wondering, I love this, but it may have to, oh, that's cute. Look at that. That could be a cute little cluster. This doesn't strike me with this, just because this is so geometric. And not maybe that too. So let's see. I mean, this could theoretically go on here somewhere. I'm kind of wanting to cut this down and put it on this. Does that cheat though, y'all? I'm supposed to have a 12 by 12, right? Is it cheating if I put it on a frame? I'm gonna say no. Rochelle, if you comment and I've broken the rules, I'm so sorry. I just think this looks really cute. And then I could take my photos here. I got to find some photos. I want to kind of do the cats is my mind. Okay, I'm going to cheat, y'all, I think. I'm not sure. Is it because it still ends up being 12 by 12. It's just a frame 12 by 12. I'm going to say I'm not cheating, okay? We're going to say I'm not cheating. But let me do a little bit of stuff here, a little bit of homework, and I'll be back on a second. You guys. This is what happens with the English language. I was reading this whole time as next level content, meaning contentment, like, you know, at peace or whatever. That's next level content, meaning cool stuff like you saw on the social medias. That doesn't mean I can't put the cats there, but I was just like, that is not what that means, Christine. Oh my gosh. Okay. I keep debating on putting a stencil or something here because it feels a little empty and I'm just not sure. Like, I'm trying to see, like, if it has pattern over here, what's that going to do for me with my brain? You know what I mean? This is not what I would stick here. I'm just trying to imagine, like, if there were color here. I'm trying to say, what if I took, like, a piece of ink and, like, did a couple of things? I don't know, you guys. I could do it. It's just paper. It's just cardstock, right? So, yeah, I think I might try to find, where's my mini? I could have sworn I had some tiny inkers. Let me look and see about that. And also I got to find some pictures because I reread that. So, be back in a second. Okay, you guys. Here's what okay, first off, next level content, right? Well, I was in the chicken coop the other day. I was actually outside the chicken coop. I apologize because I have this little fence here. And I was trying to take the photos with the 0.5 zoom. There's like this whole TikTok thing around your chickens. The problem I had is the fence was getting in the way. So I couldn't get the exact right picture. But is this not funny? Look at this chicken. He's so mad looking. And this one's just like sassy. This is Junior. This is bachelor number 5. This just makes me laugh. So I thought that is next level content. So we're going to be doing these 2 pictures. And then the other thing I decided to do is I went and grabbed one of my new stencils I picked up at the Crafty Through the Holidays because I thought it might be kind of pretty if I came out from here maybe with some dots. I don't know. Like I said, I can flip it over if it's messed up. But I picked up this fired brick because that's kind of it's a warm red. And so I think that'll work with these colors here. So that's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to be documenting these chicken faces. Y'all, I take the goofiest, but I shouldn't probably laugh at my own self. That's probably not, I don't know if that's really kosher or not, but I decided to, I'm going to. All right, so if I do this, I'm almost deciding, I don't want this here, so I got to be careful because it looks weird if you just end it, right? Also, I picked this up. I do have those brushes, but I'm going to try this one. I've had this a while, and I think I've used it in the past, but I've been using the brushes, but I think I'm going to try this. So I'm going to switch over to voiceover mode now, because now that I've jibber-jabbered and told y'all how goofy I am and can't read my own language. I mean, I can, but content and content are the same darn word. Anyways, okay, let me get busy, and I'll be back in a second. So I'm going to be honest and tell you, I've enjoyed my little brushes that I've had forever because they're color-coded. I only have to have a handful of them, in my mind anyway, to do various different inks. But I have to be honest, I really like the way this little sponge worked. It's like, I feel like the brushes, I have to get so much more color to make it show up. And this little sponge was like, at first I thought, oh gosh, that's not picking up enough color, but it totally did. So I do my little template here, or my stencil here with the fired brick. And I think this is a great red with this collection, by the way. So if you get this, I personally like this one because it's got that warm red to it, which is what this red in this collection is, like a warm red. And so I think this looks really good. So I'm happy with this. I did make sure I didn't end in like a square kind of looking thing. I tried to make sure I stayed with the full circles, except for maybe the top and the bottom, which didn't hurt my feelings at all. And then when I shifted it down, I just kind of made sure the holes kind of matched up a little bit. I didn't try to fill them in or anything like that anyway. So I made my little strip of ink there. And again, I hate to say I'm cheating because my total thing is a 12 by 12. I did frame it. So I cut my white down to the inside the little cardstock. And I have to tell you guys, I did not gut that. I probably should have, but I did not. may kick myself later. On the other hand, I did buy the collection, so I probably have that sheet of paper somewhere. So, and now here's me trying to get these things glued down, and y'all, again, I do something a little goofy here. I try to glue this stuff all together. I'm like, okay, this is where I want it, and this and that, and then I glued the top photo mat to the other little photo mat, and then I pulled it off so I could glue the circle down. Well, then I put the glue to the circle where it's going to interfere with me trying to get that matted photo down. And I want the back mat behind the circle and the front mat on top of the circle. But then I had put the glue on the circle where I couldn't get my full 4x6 down. And see, this is where I'm going to get stuck. And oh my goodness. So I have to pull this up, y'all. Let me assure you, I make as many mistakes as the regular old just newbie scrapper sometimes. I'm just like, I've been scrapping for 25 years, you guys, 26 years now. And I still screw up on the daily. In fact, I'll screw up again in a minute. You'll see it. And you're going to be like, oh, Christine. So I do finally get this all glued down. Oh, goodness gracious. And I put this together. Y'all, this layout actually made me laugh. I laughed so hard at this layout. These chickens, these photos, they're looking at me the whole time I'm doing the layout. Just like they're just looking at me. And it's not the same thing as when you have like a person looking at you and you're making the layout. This chicken is staring at me through that fence. And I laughed the whole time I did this layout. So what I've got, since I got a 4x6 photo mat, I'm cutting the photos down where it's 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's what I'm trying to say. To give myself a little, space on the 4x6 piece that I cut. It's the photo mat. I almost matted it on white cardstock, and then I thought, no, it's fine. It looks really cute. Again, this chicken's going to stare at me now the whole rest of the time I'm making this layout. I just tickled myself the whole time. So I've got the photos down here. I think this looks really neat. I start off, I think, with let your curiosity be your compass or something in the middle at first, and then I changed my mind because there's a sticker. I'll get off into the stickers in a minute. I started to not use the embellishment add-on in a way, just because I try to make sure I show you guys how to use the kit without having to buy the extras. On the other hand, you guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm an embellishment kind of girl, and I'm going to never tell you not to buy the embellishment add-on because I think they're great. So I pull that off because there's this little piece here that says you don't need wings to fly. You just need guts. Now, these chickens obviously have wings, and to be honest with you, they can flap them and stuff. You'll hear them carrying on, but I've never seen them like fly away or anything. They'll kind of, go a few feet or something. We do have some bantams that are small. Now, those little guys will fly. These ones don't really fly. I don't know why they don't, but they just they might go, like I said, a few feet. But anyway, I thought that was a funny little piece there. This is you don't need wings to fly. I thought that was great for chickens. And then the upper left up there, I've got that thing that says Legendary Moments, and then just hit record as a sticker. And y'all, I kind of boogered up in a minute because I'm going to stick some foam underneath it. But I stick the foam upside down and you'll see. And then there was this great little sticker that said real life, real time. And of course, it's referencing like an Instagram reel or something, right? And I thought that was so cute. It kind of hid that strange set of the fence over there. And I think it really does bring your focus now back to that chicken staring at me the whole time. And then I took that little fern piece that I thought I wouldn't even use, and I did go ahead and stick that up underneath that little piece of, this says Legendary Moments. I actually really enjoyed that because it offered a little bit of a different look and feel than something so geometric. So I was happy with that. Here's where I add a little foam, but I didn't think about the little piece hanging off the side. So I'm going to glue this down, and then I'll realize my little heart piece there is kind of hanging off. And I thought, oh, I need to put a little piece of foam underneath there. Well, I go to cut it and everything. Well, I accidentally stick the foam sticky part to the sticker part, and then it was on crooked because I wasn't really meaning it. And I was like, oh, shoot. And I'm trying to pull it off, and y'all, I managed to tear that little sticker. I don't think you can really tell greatly, but I did booger that up. So that was mistake number, I don't even know, 2, 3, whatever. I tell you that, and I show you my mistakes because I want you to always realize that no matter what you do to your layout, really just about, short of dunking it in a bucket of water maybe, you can probably fix it. And so I always encourage you, please don't get discouraged. It's almost fun sometimes to fix your mistakes. So don't ever give up on your layouts. I just, if you tear something or stick a sticker over it, if you, whatever, spill something on it, new mixed media, whatever. Anyways, I do decide to put this little piece. I had stuck that originally in the middle underneath that one that said like Little Joys or something. But I decided to stick it up there because I'm going to write on the journaling, and it says October 2025. It says, why these chickens look so mad, LOL. I don't know if they're mad or not. They just kind of have that face, you know? It's like they just look mad. I don't know if it's because like their little crown thing goes in between their eyes, makes it look like the eyebrows. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Down on the bottom down there, I got that next level content, and I do add the sticker that says every day holds a little wonder. So I guess that's going to be my title. And y'all, thank you so much for watching. I will have the list down, or the Facebook group down below, and the website down below. Please make sure you check out the Scrap Room. Again, I have been a subscriber for years before I became a design team member. I will not steer you wrong. It's a great value, and Rochelle's adorable. So check it out. We'll see you next time. Bye.